because
Wow.
my brother was running, and so
Mm-hmm.
we ate at some restaurants, and so I didn't get all of the my plate
Mm-hmm.
goals met that
Mm.
weekend, but for the rest of the week, I think I did very good.
So what do you mean
I
by very
think
good?
for the most part, I was able to meet the recommendations for all the fruits and vegetables and
Mm-hmm.
the different categories.
Really?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably still more vegetables is good, because if I eat salad, then I have to eat a lot of it for it to count for the requirement. But
Mm-hmm. That sounds great.
yeah.
So do you keep like food diary or
Mm-hmm.
really?
I wrote it down, yeah.
Can I see?
It's on my phone, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can see.
So is there any challenges like when you do the my play things?
I think when I went home was probably the hardest,
Mm-hmm.
because it wasn't I didn't have access to everything that I would have at Gwyn.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So
at home you just eat whatever
yeah.
it's at home. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sounds great. So how often do you go home?
Not very often. This is the first time I've gone home.
Okay.
Yeah.
During the weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sounds great. So when I saw your food diary, do you record the portion size?
Hmm?
The portion size.
Oh, I didn't record it, no.
So how can you know if you
I just
the
basically guessed based off
Mhm.
the size of the
Oh, okay.
meat.
That sounds great.
I didn't weigh it or anything, because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a scale or anything to do that. But
Okay. So how do you perceive like before you use my plate and after you use my plate? Is any difference?
I think I'm more intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Or this past week, I was more intentional to try to eat more healthier, like to fulfill the categories of the different foods, and not just eat whatever I felt like eating. So I think, yes, it may help me become more intentional.
So you say it's like more conscious about your food intake.
Mm-hmm.
So how about different kinds of food? Are you trying to do like variety of food?
I generally eat a variety of food anyways, so I'm not trying to do that, I guess, but I just do it anyways.
So do you think like my plate is very applicable to you on your daily dietary practice or not?
I think for the most part.
What do you mean for the most part?
Well, some of it's just hard to follow, but
So
I think it's good to follow if I actually, am able to follow all
So
of it.
you say some parts hard to follow. Which part?
Like if I go home and I don't have everything that I have here, or if it wants me to drink 3 cups of milk a day or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know, like it's really hard to get the dairy parts because normally people don't drink 3 cups of milk per day, but you can try like yogurt or cheese.
That's what I've been trying. Is eating yogurt.
So how about that? Do you like eating yogurt?
I do like yogurt. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So how you mentioned at home you have more difficulty applying my plate, right? So is there any way you can still apply my plate during the time you spend at home?
I think I just would need to think about it beforehand.
So what do you mean think about?
I think when I went home, I wasn't trying as hard to follow my plate because I was just at my house, and I don't know. Not that I forgot, I remembered that I still needed to do it, but I think if I was trying to be more intentional about following it, then...
So it's like you don't really feel like you want to follow my plate at home instead of you cannot get food you want to fulfill my plate?
Both. Yeah.
Okay.
Both. Or if there is food that might fulfill my plate, maybe I have to spend an hour cooking it or something like that. But I don't want to do that.
So you just want to relax at home?
Yes, kind of, yeah. And sometimes it depends on the day at my house, but sometimes we won't have everything. But
so what do you mean depends on the date?
If we go shopping or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So usually your family don't do shopping at weekends or?
Yeah, they do.
They do? So usually it's your mother who go do the shopping or?
It depends, but yeah, generally.
Depends, yeah. So when you do the shopping, will you go with them to pick your own food or just let them pick the food for you?
I'd probably, either would be fine, I think. Generally, if I'm at home, I eat what my family eats, so I would just let them pick the food.
Okay.
Unless I had to eat something special for some reason, which I haven't had to do before, so.
Okay. So do you want to apply my plates while you are at home or just think it's more to like school things or like school lifestyles?
I would like to, yes. Yes. Because I think that you should still eat healthily even if you're in a different environment. So even if I'm at school or I'm at home, I still need to follow the same plan.
Yeah, I think it's just like planning ahead is very important, right? So it's like from the scale 1 to 10, how will you rank your desire to apply my plates in while you are at home or you are at school?
8.
8?
Yeah.
It's really good because I saw your like food diary. I think it's really good when you do like the record on what kind of food you eat, and you say it's really helpful to stay aware what kind of food you eat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice you do this, and I feel you are really motivated doing this. So, do you think it's a sustainable plan for you to continue to my play in the future, or do you want to change other like dietary styles?
I think it's probably fine for right now. I am wondering if I start, because I'm going to start running this week again, like exercising more, to start training for the race that I'm doing. I'm wondering if we'll need to change something because of that.
So what kind of wondering do you have?
Just if we'll need to adjust the requirements.
Adjust the requirements?
Because I'm exercising more, so I probably need more food.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. When you exercise, you need more energy, right? So you need to adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
My next question is, do you think, like, does it take a lot of time for you to do this food diary and my plates, or just like very easy things?
It's pretty easy, I think. If I remember, if I forget them, But for the most part, it's pretty easy. So
do you have any reminder to remember, like, I need to do, like, my plating, I need to do my food records? No. It's just spontaneous?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's a good idea, though.
The reminder things?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It seems like you have very conscious about what you eat, right? So how about, like, when you're doing my plates, is there any food you avoid eating, or you just, no?
Eggplant.
Oh, because you generally don't like eggplant?
Yeah. That's the only food, pretty much. But I will eat it if somebody makes it for me, because it's rude not to eat it, but
yeah.
And I think sometimes it tastes good, but I think it's so squishy.
I think it depends on the, like, seasoning, right?
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, because I remember last month, our community kitchens, we do eggplant recipe, and we use cinnamon and chocolate. It's really good.
What?
It's
Oh.
like chocolate powders, but
Okay.
unsweet. But it's really good.
Oh.
It's strange, but
Yeah.
maybe sometimes like.
You can show me.
Yeah, I can show you. I can give you a recipe for that. Maybe you love eggplants.
Maybe.
Yeah. So you say when you do the exercise, it may be harder for you to meet the requirement, or just you need to adjust your requirements?
I don't think it will be harder necessarily.
Mm-hmm. You just need to replan because there are different requirements, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any other questions or challenges you have?
I think sometimes a challenge is if I'm so busy with class, then I'll be too busy to go to the dining hall and get food.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a challenge, but I think for the most part I've been able to deal with that okay.
Okay, yeah. I think time management is like very challenging part of like student life. So I suppose if there is like very busy, like for example the final week, so how can you make sure you apply the plan?
It's a hard question. So for final week, how can I make sure I apply? Well, I think I could do it multiple ways. Maybe if I went grocery shopping and just had and cut up fruits and vegetables and things and had it in my fridge for finals week if I don't have time to go to Gwyn. Or I got the reusable container. Do you know those ones? The green ones? Yeah. I got one of those so I could just get food and then take it to go.
Oh, yeah.
If I can't stay and eat in the dining hall.
Yeah, so you are not, it's like you don't feel like you still have time to eat. You just maybe sometimes you don't have time to go to the Greens to get the food, or
sometimes if I sleep late, then I don't have time to eat at all. But then I'll just eat later. It's just if I have a class that's at 8 o'clock on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, and sometimes I don't want to wake up and get out of bed and go to Gwyn, so I just go straight to class.
So you mean sometimes you skip breakfast?
But I eat it after class, if that makes sense.
So it's like brunch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I try not to do that though, because I like to eat breakfast before class.
Yeah. So if I feel like, breakfast is definitely very important for you, right? I think, is there any ways you can help yourself, like to have like regularly breakfast eating habits, or you just because you want to sleep in, you just skip the breakfast, or do you have any way to help you like regular your eating?
Maybe go to bed early.